I'm Jane. This is the Rainy Janery. Join me on my crafting and sewing adventures. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is a project announcement for an upcoming series. Now this dress will be based on a figurine that I own. I was interested in doing a historical Edwardian outfit kind of after I wrapped up my 18th century gown and was looking around for something else to do. But I wasn't really interested in doing the usual kind of white shirtwaist, dark skirt that you see a lot of people doing. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's beautiful and probably will make an outfit like that in the future. I just wanted to start somewhere else and do something a little different. So inspiration literally struck one night at dinner. I looked up in my cabinet and there was my figurine and I went, she's Edwardian and she's beautiful. She's wearing my favorite colors. And it has amazing memories for me from my childhood. She is a Wedgewood figurine. She belonged to my great-grandmother. She was passed on to me by my grandmother when she passed away, and now she lives in my collection. I remember this figurine in my great-grandmother's house when I was really little and just thought it was very glamorous. And the figurine is made even more iconic in my mind because of the wonderful stories that I was told about my great-grandmother growing up. My great-grandmother's name was Edith. She was married in 1922. Her and her husband Wellington were beautiful ballroom dancers. They used to go to the hotels of the day and have dinner and dance and were known to clear the floor. They were so good. People would just stop and watch them. I am incredibly thankful that this figurine was passed on to me. I have very few things of hers, so this is my little remembrance of the glamour that once existed in my family. So the first thing I needed to know was, who is this figurine? Where did she come from? What style she was? There's very, very little online about these figurines. They are dated from about 1985, so not as old as I thought. I was hoping the figurine was actually Edwardian, but it's not. She is part of a Wedgewood collection that was released in the Christmas season to the exclusive members of Wedgewood's Collectors Society. And it was a collection of, I think, 5 or 6 of these figurines. Each one of them was $95. The next thing I had to do was date the gown, what time period it came from. So I did a lot of Pinterest digging and that got me absolutely nowhere. Pinterest is great for visual research, but not really if you want to historically date something. And then was watching a vlog of Noelle's from Costuming Drama. I'll link her below if you haven't already checked her out. She's really great. She was talking about collecting Delineators, which are, I think it was McCall's, or one of the big 4 pattern companies magazine that they put out monthly, and it had pattern recommendations and fashion plates, and it went from 1880 to, I think they went into the 20s. HathiTrust digital library has all of the Delineators as digital copies online, and it's completely free, which was amazing. I went digging through those all the way through the years, and it turns out that the closest I can date her dress to is about 1909, 1910. I didn't find anything that was an exact copy, but I did find dresses that were incredibly similar. Typically, summer gowns were most likely made in linen, but also at this era, a lot of them were also cotton and wool. I chose to go with linen. It's the most breathable and comfortable fabric. Cotton to me was a little too crisp, and I didn't think was gonna have the drape that I needed to accomplish it. I'll probably use cotton on some of my underlayers. And then wool, though there are summer weight wools that are very light, I am potentially gonna wear this outside in the summer and didn't wanna have something that would trap any heat in. So linen was my best option. For the trim is something that is still to this day eluding me. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'll insert a close-up here. You can see that the trim it has sort of a quilted pattern to it. And I wanted something that looked chic and luxurious. She's obviously a very well-to-do lady. but it needed to be quiltable. It needed to have a little bit of body to it so that the quilting gave it a little bit of dimension. I think the edges are also probably piped to give it a crisper look on the edge. I talked to some friends and my best friend suggested velvet. So I've ordered some black velvet. To me, velvet just emotionally feels very much like a winter fabric. I don't think of it really as a summer fabric. I'm not sure. I need to do some more digging and see if it was something that the Edwardians ever wore in the summer or in the spring. I'm gonna quilt up a section of it and pipe a little bit of it and see how I feel like it looks. So the last thing that I need are some patterns. I bought a pattern for combinations from Wearing History. I got a petticoat pattern from the Vintage Pattern Lending Library. My dress pattern is from Fashion Archaeologist. Join me in the upcoming weeks as I create each layer of this ensemble, from hat to shoes. See you soon!